Whew. Was I ever wrong about Game 3? But I will not be wrong about Game 4. The Oklahoma City Thunder will win Game 4. Book it. It's who they are. It's what they've been doing all year. They will go home for Game 5, up 3-1. Book it. You heard it here first. Even after what you just witnessed tonight. Live, coast to coast on ABC. The Thunder looked like they couldn't even recite their ABCs. Looked like they didn't even know how to play basketball. I was shocked. I'm still shell-shocked. I'm blindsided. I didn't see that coming. But I'm here to tell you that was exactly what the Oklahoma City Thunder needed. They needed to get kicked in the teeth from the start. They needed to get knocked on their asses by the Timberwolves playing absolute desperate do-or-die basketball at home, detonating that crowd early on thanks to Anthony Edwards, who played his best playoff game I've ever seen him play. Even if I just take the first quarter, I'll just give him, 15 points. He set the tone early. He delivered the knockout punch because the Thunder got knocked out in the first 5 minutes of that game, and it was over, O-V-E-R, over, very quickly. I said, whenever I tweeted, after a quarter, I said, Minnesota should win this game by 40, and they won it by 42. Close enough. It was 143-101. The best defensive team in the land, in the NBA, the Oklahoma City Thunder, the most disruptive, devastating defensive team in the NBA this season, gave up 143 points. They played by far their worst game of the year. Their stars played by far their worst game of the year, especially Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He was just pathetic. He had a little flurry, late second, early third, but he was pathetic, and he knew it. And it was all about energy and urgency, and the Timberwolves came out and maxed out. However great they can play, they played tonight. They made 20 of 40 threes after they missed, 36 threes in Game 1. 20 of 40 threes? Okay, if you keep doing that, you're going to win the NBA championship. You got me, but you won't, and you know it. Look at the rebounds. It was 50-31. All you have to do is, Pat Riley most famously said, no rebounds, no rings. If you get beaten, shellacked, bullied, punked on the boards, 50-31, that's all you need to know. That's what Mark Daigneault should be saying right now. You got manhandled on the backboards. It's just effort, it's energy, it's desire, it's want to. Minnesota wanted that game way more than the Oklahoma City Thunder did because Minnesota got punished by the media. The media won that game. The game ball should go to me, to everybody who said this thing is over. Because the Timberwolves are a really good basketball team. Anthony Edwards, as hard as I've been on him because he's deserved it, and I backed up every ounce of criticism, but he's a really gifted basketball player, and he showed you what he can be. But did he indict himself? Did he put himself back on the hot seat? Because don't you want to see that again and again and again? It felt like on the broadcast tonight, the telecast, the energy of the telecast was that Minnesota won the series tonight, as if they won all 4 games in one night. Okay? So Now I'm going to go historical flashback because I was there. And I know it was 40 years ago, but I was there in Boston. Lakers at Celtics. Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird. Showtime against a Boston team in those 2 years, this is 1985, 86. You could make a case they were the greatest team ever. The 86 Celtics, that was going to be the next year. But they sure look like the greatest team ever that Memorial Day in Boston. Game 1 in Boston. My God, it was 148 to 114, and it felt even worse than tonight felt because those two teams are already acknowledged as all-time great. Obviously, nobody's going to give the Thunder any credit for being all-time great, even though everything they did this regular season, every number they put up this regular season was all-time greatest. All-time greatest, but nobody cares. Draymond Green said all year, nobody fears the Thunder. My man Paul Pierce came on this show and said nobody fears the Thunder. And I think tonight everybody is laughing at the Thunder. Everybody is heaving sighs of relief that finally we're back on track. Now we got to get the Knicks back in gear at the Pacers because the NBA is living and dying for Ant-Man against the Knicks. That's the only thing that's going to save this finals without LeBron, without Luka, without Steph, without Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, without. The only thing that will save it is big rallies by the Knicks, the New York Knicks, not going to happen, and by Ant-Man, who's in every other commercial, not going to happen. I was there that day. It was May 27th, I believe. It was actual Memorial Day, Monday. Big national TV game. Magic at Bird. 1985, 40 years ago. I feel like I've gotten younger since then. I'm in way better shape now than I was that day there. Although I did run the 1985 Boston Marathon. I'm still in way better shape now, both weightlifting and running shape. But it was a complete annihilation. I mean, Scott Wedman came off the bench, a white guy, for the Boston Celtics and made all 11 of his shots. Danny Ainge, a white guy, went berserk early and set the tone. He was actually the Ant-Man of that game. It was 148 to 114 by 34 that felt like it was by 64. Tonight was by 42 that felt like 42. Guess what happened? It was actually 3 sort of days later. Game 2 at Boston. Would you believe the Los Angeles Lakers bounced back, rose up out of their graves, their 148 to 114 grave off game 1, and won game 2 at Boston, 109 to 102. That's why the Thunder are going to rise back up and win game 4. I know it doesn't exactly apply, but the concept applies. The Lakers were the best team that year, even though Boston had a slightly better record in the East, overall record. The Lakers were better, and they showed they were better because they won, starting with game 2, 4 out of 5 games. They proved they were just superior to the Boston Celtics. 4 out of 5 they won, and finished off Larry Bird and the Celtics in 6 games. 6 games. Interesting. Okay, so I said 6 games. I'll stand by that. This is a really good basketball team. Anthony Edwards is really good, except in close, tight games. He's had some really bad fourth quarters, and he's come out with low to no energy and gotten benched occasionally by his coach, called out by his coach. So let's see if he comes out again the way he did tonight. If he does, maybe it's 2-2 going back to Oklahoma City. I believe Oklahoma City will come out the way Minnesota came out tonight. I believe that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will rise up and show you why he was the MVP and why he is still the best player in this series and why until tonight, he had outplayed Anthony Edwards in 6 straight games this year. All 4 in the regular season. I dare you to go look it up. Go look it up. Go look up the numbers from the 4 regular season games and tell me that SGA didn't outplay Ant-Man all 4 times. Ant-Man did get benched in the final regular season game, which was in Oklahoma City, that the Thunder led by 24 early in the fourth quarter. And to the bench went Anthony Edwards and never got back in the game until a minute and something was left in overtime. And you saw Terrence Shannon, what he can do. He did it that night in Oklahoma City. Rob Dillingham came off the bench that night, and the 2 kids, the 2 rookies, led them on a miraculous comeback as the Thunder took their foot off the accelerator, and it went to overtime. And it went back and forth in overtime, and Anthony Edwards did come off the bench and block an SGA basket attack at the end of the game that saved the game, and they stole it. I give him that. But that was Anthony Edwards did not score in the fourth quarter. Didn't score. He played the first 3 minutes, didn't score. Played minute 48 of overtime, did not score. Okay? SGA. In the first 2 games in Oklahoma City, it was all SGA over Anthony Edwards. He played a horrible first game, and then game 2, Anthony Edwards shot 1 of 9 from 3. Oklahoma City will win game 4. You heard it here first. And by the way, the odds makers seem to think that is the case because Oklahoma City has opened, this will get bet down, but they have opened as a 4-point favorite in game 4. A 4-point. They were only 2.5 tonight, but the odds makers are saying no. They're heavily favored to win this series. They're heavily favored to win the championship. So the odds makers are saying, don't overreact to one game. Here it is, -4. Oklahoma City -4 in game 4. And I'm sure a bunch of fools will jump on that bandwagon and say, give me those 4 and Santa Claus. It's a gift. Santa Claus has given us another gift. 4 points plus him. Game 4 in Minnesota, Monday night, Memorial Day. Memorial night. 5:30 Pacific time, 8:30 Eastern time. I'll be watching as the Thunder win that game. I am quadrupling down. The Oklahoma City Thunder are going to win the NBA championship after they do beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. My original prediction was 6 games. I did. You can say I got carried away, said it's going to be a sweep, because if they'd won tonight, they're going to sweep them. And I did. I thought they would win a very close game tonight. I tweeted before the game, there's no way I'm even messing with the 2.5 points. I thought it would go down to the last shot, and I thought the Thunder would win it because of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He no-showed. The whole team no-showed. Was I concerned? No. They needed that. Now you reset. Now your pride gets rubbed raw over the next couple of days. You get to read about how you got exposed, how nobody fears you, nobody respects you, everybody is rooting against you. Get them out of our sight. They're the no-names from nowhere. Get the no-names from nowhere out of our sight. I think Oklahoma City could cover the 4. By the way, if you want to get bet down, if you want to jump in, go to FanDuel. It's the only place to go. It's like the Yankees, Cowboys, Lakers. It's the official sponsor of the NBA. It's the partner of the NBA, betting partner of the NBA. Go to FanDuel.com right now. FanDuel.com/ use my first name, Skip. You can go there right now and plunk down $1 or $2 on it. My money is on the Thunder. I say the Thunder will win game 4. You heard it here first. Even off losing by 42, I just think they'll win by more than 4. On game 4, Monday night, book it. I said it. I'm standing by it. I'll see you Monday night.